How to create a web design mockup. If you consider a finished website as the main theatrical performance, the web design mockup could be regarded as its dress rehearsal. So what exactly is a web design mockup? A web design mockup is the first visual representation of a website before it is created. This essential design phase is as an opportunity for stakeholders to express their desires and alleviate concerns. The web design mockup will demonstrate all the visual aspects of your website, from color schemes and layout to fonts, images, navigation, and your company branding. The purpose of the mockup is to ensure alignment with stakeholders and end users. Perhaps the client has different expectations regarding the style, size, or placement of certain elements, all of which can be quickly rectified during the web design mockup process or perfected after user testing. So now that we know what a web design mockup is, let's review the stages of the web design mockup process. First, we begin with a brainstorming session. The first step of the web design mockup process is to thoroughly, critically brainstorm everything. We do this to fully understand why we're doing what we're doing. With our why in mind, the most important question at this stage is, what do you want your website to accomplish? To answer this question, you must first know who your target audience is, what they want from your site, and what you can offer them. To hash things out, use a whiteboard and note your value proposition, customer data, and any pain points that your site should immediately address. Then decide what the objective of your site should be. Do you want to gather marketing data or build a mailing list? If so, then your site should include a call to action that catalyzes the process for you. Some sites may ask visitors to sign up for a newsletter or download an ebook. As gated content, this can result in a new name on your list. Are you looking to generate sales for your online e-commerce website? If so, you want to be sure that your call to action is clear and prominent on your landing page. After a healthy brainstorming session, it's time to map out your site. In this second step of the web design process, we work to map out your digital components on paper. So that includes content, images, logos, navigation tools, social media links, and the expertly intentional use of whitespace. As a design element, whitespace, or blank areas, make content more approachable because it is less dense and less likely to overwhelm your site user. For example, look to Apple's corporate site, even their stores. They tend to utilize their whitespace in a way that is very true to their brand, and it strongly highlights their newest, most exciting products. Now, as you design the layout, consider that you only have 8 to 10 seconds to capture a visitor's attention. If they are patient, most people will only give you a couple seconds to engage their attention. So it's important that your design is succinct yet comprehensive. It has to be true to your brand and appealing to your perfect customer profile. A clean, uncluttered appearance with easy navigation and relevant content is crucial to your success. Further, a clean design may assist you when optimizing your site for smartphones. Now for a quick pro tip: if your goal is to generate leads, be sure to place the initial request for information, the call to action, toward the top of your site, and then give your audience a second chance at the bottom of the page. Now once you have your call to action locations mapped out and an idea of what your site should look like, it's time to actually jump into designing the look and feel of it. This is where the design really begins to blossom. Using software like Photoshop, expert designers can lay out all the pieces and evaluate color, whitespace, consistency, and repetition. Also, since it's predicted that 75% of the world will access the internet via smartphones by 2025, this is when you should consider whether the design layout is optimized for these devices. This is also a strong opportunity to evaluate your brand messaging. Do the color schemes and fonts choices support the impression that you want to create? Now with the design phase complete, let's test this thing out. The design test phase is the time to run the web design mockup through its variety of use cases. Is your site consistent? Does going from one section to another correlate visually? Are there any elements of the website that need to be removed or added? Are you trying to pack too much onto one page, or does your layout seem logical and compelling? After your own critical analysis, show the prototype to as many members of your target customer audience and collect feedback for improvements. At the end of this process, you should be ready for the programmer to step in and make things a lot more real. Before we kick off development work, at Agency Partner we provide our clients with mockups that are also functional click-throughs that allow you to click from one button or web page mockup to another. This is a fairly tangible way to test what a web experience may be like before any code or actual software development takes place. An expert web design phase can save you time, money, and even embarrassment. With these simple steps, you can look forward to your debut knowing that your performance will be at its best. At Agency Partner Interactive, our web design experts will walk you through each stage of the process, as well as provide digital support services such as digital marketing and IT strategy consulting. So get started. Let's talk about how Agency Partner can digitize your business.